What's up, EFD? On today's Scout Report, we're taking a look at 3 English youngsters who are outperforming more established stars this season. Let's go. Folarin Balogun. Following a season on loan at Middlesbrough which yielded just 9 championship starts and 3 goals, Folarin Balogun's move to French outfit Reims felt like a roll of the dice rather than a guaranteed success. But like fellow Arsenal loanee Nuno Tavares, the English striker has quickly taken to life in Ligue 1 and is playing the best football of his career to date, hitting 15 goals in 22 league appearances. At the time of writing, he sits top of the Ligue 1 scoring charts, ahead of Neymar, Kylian Mbappé and Jonathan David, with Erling Haaland, Harry Kane and Victor Osimhen the only players to have scored more than him in Europe's top 5 leagues. Meanwhile, only Wissam Ben Yedder can top his average of 0.8 goals per 90 in the French top flight, even more impressive when you consider that Balogun plays for a side that ranks 9th in the league for expected goals and 12th for actual goals scored, with his 15 strikes and 1 assist accounting for over half of their total output of 30. So what's brought about this huge lift? It's not like the Middlesbrough side he was a part of were particularly bad. They were the 6th best side in the championship last term by expected goals, ranked 7th for shots, and even kept more possession than Reims, who ranked 4th bottom of Ligue 1 in this metric. But just because they don't keep much of the ball, it doesn't mean they aren't a proactive team. Under Will Still, the British-Belgian coach who at 30 is currently the youngest manager working in Europe's top 5 leagues, Reims have become one of the form teams in France, losing just 1 of their last 16 games in all competitions. Part of their success has been their ability to commit lots of men forward when they get the opportunity to attack, even if those chances come less often than for more possession-based sides. And once the ball is in the opponent's half, they are very decent at keeping it there, ranking second only to super high pressing Lyon for tackles in the attacking third. Meanwhile, they allow opponents 11.1 passes per defensive action, the metric used to measure the intensity of a team's press, which is only just behind league leaders PSG. Considering this, it's not overly surprising that Balogun is enjoying more productivity in France. Playing for a side that wins the ball in dangerous areas and has 3 different players creating over 2 chances per 90 minutes, the Englishman's shots per 90 have risen drastically from 2.5 to 3.6, while the quality of his positioning has remained excellent, with 86% of his efforts coming inside the box, up slightly from 84% last year. As a result, his goal tally is far from deceiving, with his 14.6 expected goals also good enough to rank him first in Ligue 1. 22 in the summer, the time was fast approaching for Balogun to transition from the status of promising youngster to a striker who can cut it at the top level. Now it's just a case of how high he can go. Rico Lewis. Over the last 2 months, Man City have begun to look mortal again, and for the first time since 2016-17, their fullback positions look weak compared with some of their rivals. Alexander Zinchenko's sale to Arsenal last summer, coupled with Joao Cancelo's unexpected January departure, has left them woefully short at left back, with the Gunners now possessing 2 players who would start there for Pep Guardiola's side. And Cancelo is also a right back by trade, meaning there is now less cover there too, and Kyle Walker, previously one of Pep's most trusted squad members, is having a season to forget, winning a woeful 10% of his attempted tackles and ranking bottom of the City squad in this metric. He's also less effective at driving the ball upfield than before, making just 2.5 progressive carries per 90, down from 3.7 2 years ago, and has missed 11 games through injury this term too. So it's lucky that Pep has been able to rely on Rico Lewis, City's most impressive youth product since Phil Foden, and arguably even more impressive given how quickly he's become a first-team regular in the Premier League. Born just down the road in Bury, Lewis only turned 18 in November and made his debut 3 months earlier against Bournemouth, impressing enough to make all but 1 matchday squad since then. First of all, he has been far more solid defensively than Walker, winning 72% of his tackles and making 2 of them per 90 compared with Walker's 0.3. And he's offering more in the final third too, while Walker remains an excellent passer, leading the squad for both balls into the final third and progressive passes, which are also both career highs for the Englishman. He's never been a prolific creator, with his key passes per 90 not even topping 0.6 since 2019-20. In a post-Haaland City side where sticking high-quality balls into the box is more important than ever, Lewis looks more suited to their attacking play, creating 1.2 chances and generating 0.16 expected assists per 90, which is only slightly less than Phil Foden. And not only is it that Lewis is a more proactive attacking player right now, it's also that he offers something fundamentally different to Walker, whose pace, experience and match intelligence still make him an asset to City at 32. Whereas Walker is at his blistering best gunning down the touchline, Lewis is more similar to Cancelo in that he likes to carry the ball into midfield and take up positions in the centre of the park. To be able to play such a role at just 18 is an indication of a truly world-class prospect. Previously the captain of City's under-18s, Lewis seems to already possess the tactical intelligence and leadership skills to hold his own in a squad full of superstars. He could be the jewel in the crown of the club's next great side. Jamie Bynoe-Gittens. A contemporary of Rico Lewis in the Man City Academy for 2 years before moving to Borussia Dortmund in 2020, Jamie Bynoe-Gittens hasn't experienced the easiest of circumstances in Germany, with long-term injuries limiting his involvement with the first team this season and last. But despite only turning 18 at the start of 22-23, the English forward is already making his mark in the Bundesliga, with 3 goals to his name in just 285 minutes of action. That's more than Anthony Modeste, Karim Adeyemi and Marco Reus have managed in well over double the game time. His expected goals reads at just 1.5, a product of the fact he tends to shoot from distance, an average of 17.6 yards. But his shot volume is impressive, with 4.4 per 90, while his XG per 90 of 0.47 ranks him 4th in the Dortmund squad. These numbers may be inflated by the fact he's coming on late in games against tired defences. Only 2 of his 9 Bundesliga appearances this season have been starts, and despite usually playing off the left or behind the striker, his creative game also needs serious work, with just 1 key pass produced across all his game time so far. He also shows a lack of experience in his decision making on the ball, completing just 8% of his attempted take-ons, often choosing to go past his man and losing possession in the process when a simple pass would make more sense. His boldness in possession does create dangerous situations though, with his 3.4 carries into the penalty area per 90 by far the highest average in the Dortmund squad. Donyell Malen and Gio Reyna are the only teammates to manage over 1. He also leads the squad for fouls won, getting taken down 3.1 times a match, and while this can also be partly attributed to the fact he is often facing tired defenders, the fact all his goals have come at crucial moments in hard-fought victories suggests he also has a knack for quickly identifying and exploiting opposition weaknesses. With a full season of top coaching and minutes uninterrupted by injury, he should become a more mature and efficient dribbler in and around the box and win his side plenty of set pieces in dangerous areas. In an attack that has struggled for consistency this season, it is Dortmund's youngest players who have made the most impact, with 18-year-old Youssoufa Moukoko, 20-year-old Gio Reyna, 19-year-old Jude Bellingham and Bynoe-Gittens making up 4 of the club's 6 top scorers in the league. True to form, BVB's youth is providing excellent output just 2 years after Jadon Sancho and Erling Haaland lit up the Westfalenstadion together. Though Bellingham may leave in the summer, someone like Bynoe-Gittens has a bright future in Germany, carrying on the recent trend of English youngsters thriving in the Bully. Stay fit and firing for a full season and expect to see Europe's elite taking up an interest. So those were our 3 English Wonderkids outshining superstars, but what did you make of our selection and who are you most excited about? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Euro Football Daily if you're new here. We do scout reports like this every single week and plenty more content every day. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.